All right, it is Thursday. We're back to our traditional strength cycle movements. Today it is 8, 8, and 8 of our strict press. If you remember from Monday, we were going into our deload week for these movements because next week we will test that 10 rep heavy. So with our strict press, something to focus on today is where is your upper body positioning throughout this lift. When it's heavier, a lot of times we tend to fall back, or we try to dip a little bit, or really rev up those arms to then go. So you should have an idea, if you've been doing this the past few weeks, maybe sort of what some of your faults are. But let's focus on, with a lighter weight, really dialing in, keeping everything nice and tight and straight. So with our strict press, when we're in the strength today, once we get into that starting position, before you go, don't just go. Let's think about squeezing the quads and the glutes. If you feel like your back's doing this, bring the rib cage down and think, you can go a little bit slower because it's lighter weight. Think about how that bar is going directly in front of the face. If I have a hat on like I do, it should hit that hat to then go overhead. Is our overhead position good? Are we sticking the chest out like I am right now? Or are we still nice and stacked? Elbows come down, get us back into that starting position where we're at. So when you're going through some of those warm-up sets before the 8, let's practice some slower movement patterns and make sure everything is moving how we want it to, so that we're feeling really good for our 10 rep test next week. Okay? Then for the workout, we have 4 rounds for time. It is a 15-minute cap. The goal is going to be finish somewhere between 12 and 15 if we can. So keeping those rounds to 3, maybe a little bit over 3 on each one. First, we have dumbbell movement, 10 reps of 1 push press and 1 push jerk with 2 dumbbells. So 1 rep is a push press and a push jerk. So if you have a hard time getting the rhythm of these two, hopefully this will help you, or it could just confuse you a little bit more. Who knows? But with those dumbbells resting on the shoulder, we're going to get a good dip and drive into our push press. Dip, get under again, and jerk for that second one. Okay, I'll show it again. Dip, drive, push press, dip, get underneath for push jerk. Every time I do 1 push press and 1 push jerk, it is 10. For the workout, this could be broken up into maybe 2 sets. Shouldn't be much more than that, but it might be heavy enough where you have to do it in 2 sets because you are doing 20 reps every time you pick up those dumbbells. Then you'll have 20 or 15 calories on the bike. Pushing that just hard enough, maybe you're shaking out those arms because they're tired from the dumbbells, but just hard enough that when you're off, you can then get back to those dumbbells and start moving and not have to rest too long after the bike, okay? Keep our rounds to somewhere in that 3, maybe 3:15 range. Finish underneath that cap, you can do it, and get a feel for the difference between that push press and push jerk. See you all on Thursday.